Next, I'd like to introduce Commissioner Michelle Kommer from the Department of Commerce. Her legal degree and her years of experience in business and life is a great platform for her to run the Department of Commerce. Michelle.
Well, good morning. I first want to start by thanking all of you for being here. I know that you all had competing priorities. You're busy and you had a lot going on, and being here is just so important for the reasons that Lieutenant Governor described just a moment ago. Today's workshop is a stepping stone that will guide us to the official beginning of Census 2020. Through the efforts of many, most of whom are volunteers, we're preparing ourselves to have a successful, complete census count where every resident in North Dakota is represented. Today's workshop is intended to provide what we call just-in-time training because the clock is ticking, and our session today will inform, train, and equip community leaders with knowledge and the resource needed for the upcoming census count. So the intent of today's workshop is threefold. First, to provide training to community leaders who only recently became engaged in preparing their community for the upcoming census. We want to provide you with the basics of what you need to know right now, just 2 short months ahead of the count. In fact, less. Second, to re-energize community leaders who have been at this effort for a long time. You're entering the final stretch. We hope you find today's event informative, refreshing, and reinvigorating for what's to come. And finally, to provide an opportunity for the public to learn about the importance of Census 2020. This event is open to everyone and provides useful information that we hope gets passed on from generation to generation until the 2030 census and beyond. A complete count is essential to our state's success and growth over the last decade. We want Census 2020 to not only show how our state continues to thrive, but how it can be a tool for decisions to make our economy prosper and succeed in the 21st century. As you heard from Lieutenant Governor Sanford, census data is the foundation of many business and investment decisions made within the Department of Commerce. Many of our programs and initiatives are spearheaded by the census data. For example, grants that are provided by Community Services Division, marketing decisions by the Tourism Department, our Main Street Initiative dashboard, and many, many others. Every business decision, from where to open a restaurant to where to construct a retirement housing project, to building a bridge, or even the best place for a new daycare, is based on accurate census counts. To put it simply, census data provides a stable platform of guidance for commerce to find solutions for our state and its residents. I'm pleased to recognize several people who have been an important part of this effort. I want to start with North Dakota's Census 2020 Task Force. Understanding the importance of this effort, Governor Burgum appointed task force leaders from across the state to ensure that everyone in North Dakota is counted. The task force is led by volunteer co-chairs Linda Swihovic of Bismarck, formerly Watford City, and Louise Dardis of West Fargo. These two individuals have no idea what I'm about to say. They define civic leadership. They're strategic, organized, determined, purposeful, committed, detailed, hardworking. I'm told that they spend hours and hours every single day connecting dots. And they're not only working to ensure a full count in 2020, but they are also copiously documenting the process to make sure that they leave a roadmap for success for the next census. And as I may have mentioned, they are volunteers. So can I please get a round of applause for these two co-chairs? Led by Linda and Louise, the task force is comprised of 6 subcommittees led by community leaders representing different segments of North Dakota's population. Each of these 6 subcommittee chairs have been tasked with raising awareness on the importance of Census 2020 to every resident, with a focus on North Dakota's unique populations: American Indians, Bakken region oilfield workers, retired snowbirds, federal military, college students, immigrants, and frontier counties. The 6 subcommittees and their appointed chairs are Representing government, Stephanie Dassinger with the North Dakota League of Cities. Representing education and library, Mary Susi from the North Dakota State Library. Representing business and labor, Eric Spencer from the North Dakota Chamber of Commerce, and Pat Bertinoli from Rough Rider Center, and he's the Community Enhancement Director. For representing community services and faith-based is Andrea Olson from the Community Action Network of North Dakota. Representing our tribal nations, Scott Davis from the North Dakota Indian Affairs Commission, and the media, Steve Andrist from the North Dakota Newspaper Association. He's the executive director. If you are here, would you please raise your hand? Thank you. The task force co-chairs, Linda and Louise, and the subcommittee chairs have done an amazing job representing the message to the widest possible audience in the state as to we are counting on you in Census 2020. I also want to recognize my team at Commerce who is supporting this effort. In my time with the Commerce Department, I have learned that my team hates to be recognized, but I do it anyway. Kevin Iverson is North Dakota's Census Office Manager. I've never met anyone more serious or passionate about numbers, trends, and finding answers, and I'm really grateful for his curiosity. Joe Sika is supporting us through his research and by reconciling address databases across 911 addresses and parcel data that's been collected for us. He has already identified millions of dollars in opportunity. And then Gabby Profit is a temporary employee of the Department of Commerce. She joins us from Ohio for this position, and her teammates simply refer to her as the rock star. She may have come to us from out of state, but we are hoping that she stays to be counted. Many, many others from the team at the Department of Commerce are with us today, and they made this possible. If you're here, please raise your hand. Thank you. In addition to our task force, federal partners and tribal specialists served imperative roles in raising awareness and finding solutions to achieving a complete count. Federal partners include Aaron Musland, Joey Robertson Kitzman, and Peggy Jo Archer of Grand Forks, and tribal specialists Cheryl Carey of Standing Rock Sioux Tribe, and Kenny Davis of Turtle Mountain Band of Chippewa. If you are here, if you would please raise your hand. Thank you. Finally, at the risk of ending on a low note, I'm going to tell a joke. Are you ready? What happened to the guy who really had a thing for population statistics? He finally came to his census. I ran that one by my kids this morning and they were like, I'm gonna tell them you laughed. All right, well, may you not come to your census in that way. Let's go and get counted.